Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update. Hope you're having a great day out there. It's beautiful, not bad. Got the rain out of here. We've got some sunshine, looking pretty good, but I have some question marks for the weekend. I'm not changing my forecast just yet, but I'm going to explain my little bit of concern going into the 4th of July weekend. We'll get a greater detail on this report. So let's first take a live look there at Chattanooga's. We're looking at abundant sunshine, a few clouds out there, looking good there at the zoo. Definitely noticing the lower humidity. That's feeling pretty good. It's still warm. It's obviously July, but still feeling very nice. A good day to go to the lake here up in Georgia as well. Looking at sunshine, just a few clouds around, looking pretty good here for this afternoon. Now, as we go look at the radar, we are getting a clean sweep here across our area. Expected to remain that way over the next couple of days. Not expecting the main rain here just yet, but the weekend could be influenced by what's going on further south. Now, we have this frontal system that's moving through the area. It's going to kind of wash out down to the south, but its influence indirectly could help lower the pressures either in the northern Gulf or off the southeastern coast, and that could spark potential tropical development, all right? So right now, we just got a few thunderstorms out there in the northern Gulf. Again, you're seeing pretty good cloud conditions across our area. It's generally mostly sunny, just a few clouds here and there, and seeing some storms off the southeast coast. But the National Hurricane Center has this zone as a primary zone for potential tropical development. Now, where this takes place will have a big impact on whether we're going to see any influence on this system or not. If it's over here in the northern Gulf, I think there's a greater chance of perhaps getting some moisture up back our way. If it's off the southeast coast more, probably less of an impact. But I do want to show you an example of what I'm looking at. This is the 12Z latest run to just come in here, the intermediate North American model. It's definitely spinning up something down here in the northern Gulf. And what it's doing is tapping some moisture as it's spinning down here. Look at the timestamp there. This is going towards Saturday. I'm a little concerned about. It's taking some of this moisture and throwing it back across into Georgia and into parts of Tennessee going into Saturday. So, and if this thing drifts northward, obviously, that could have an impact on our weekend forecast. So for right now, I'm not going to make any changes. I want to look for some model consistency here. But if this thing begins to drift up toward the north into Georgia, then all bets are off. We could see a little bit more of a wetter weekend going into Saturday, especially going into Sunday for your 4th of July weekend. So I just want to throw that caveat out there for right now. So, a little fly in the ointment for our forecast. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and leave it as status quo for right now. Let's go look at your forecast map here. Let's go take a look at that as I go ahead and put this into motion for you here. Again, kind of watch that little timestamp there as we kind of go through the forecast period here. Again, you got that frontal system that's already gone through our area. You know, it's down toward the south here. Looking pretty good. We've got high pressure here in control of our weather. The lower dew points, lower humidity feeling pretty good. Of course, we got this down here we'll be watching as we go into this upcoming weekend to see how that's going to have an impact on our weather or not. Now, for right now, we're going to keep it out. You notice there the National Weather Service map's not showing anything as far as rain coming back on Saturday, but the new model, North American model, was showing something there, perhaps coming back. Sunday, do have a slight chance of rain going into Sunday, and then going into Monday and Tuesday, I've got like back to about 30% chance going in toward next week, and that comes back at us, and you see the moisture there increasing across Florida. But we'll see what happens here. Again, if that thing begins to drift up into Georgia earlier than expected, or if it does progress for the north, then it could have a change on our weekend forecast. So we'll see how it works out for us as we get a little bit closer. So let's look at your forecast here. For your Thursday, we're looking at abundant sunshine, a high at 91, low 69. Again, humidity still not bad, feeling pretty good. So fairly close to seasonable for this time of year. Looking at your regional perspective, mostly clear tonight, 67 in Cleveland, 64 in Dunlap, 62 and Blue Ridge. Can't complain about that. That's looking pretty good there. Low 60s over there into western North Carolina as well. Daytime highs tomorrow. Most everybody right around 90 degrees for the most part. 85 though over towards South Pittsburgh. Looking at 90 over at Dunlap, 90 in Denton, 88 in Blue Ridge. So again, sunny skies, but again, the humidity about like today shouldn't be all that bad. Now, as we look at our regional perspective, 92 in Nashville, 92 in Memphis. Again, stormy up along the east coast there, Savannah down to Jacksonville, the highest rain chances. Destin looking pretty good for right now, 92, 94. It was looking like this might be a washout going into this weekend, but again, depends on what develops or what does or does not develop down in the Gulf or off the southeastern coast. Is going to have a big impact on the weather forecast here across the southeast. So stay tuned, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look at your 7-day forecast here. As again, we got you right now. I do not have the rain in there for Saturday, Sunday. I'm keeping it out for right now. but this is subject to change depending on what goes on with that tropical disturbance. So right now, keeping us in the mid 90s and overnight lows here in the 70s, and then bringing the rain chance sneaking it back up toward us as we head into next week. That's basically your typical summertime thunderstorm threat there coming back at us going to next week. So again, we just got to watch what happens with that tropical disturbance there in the northern Gulf. Where does it go? Does it stay on the Gulf side? Does it come back inland like the NAM is kind of hinting at? Or does it stay off the eastern seaboard like the American GFS and the European model are hinting at? If it stays off the east coast, then we're okay. So right now, just leave the forecast like it is right now, but I just wanted to make sure you keep that in the back of your mind should it change and you go, hey, didn't you say it was going to be sunny? Why we got rain coming in? Well, it's because Mother Nature threw a curveball at us, which sometimes does happen. But right now, I want to see model consistency, and we'll update you again for tomorrow. All right, that's y'all's update for today. You guys, appreciate you guys checking us out here again. If you ever have a weather-related question, you can find us over there on the North Georgia Majestic Weather Facebook page, and you can always send me a message. I'm more than happy to answer your questions there, and glad for you guys turning in for your forecast here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. All right, that's y'all's update for today. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. You guys have a great and safe evening. Bye-bye.